What's up, everybody? Paul Hickey here with your data-driven daily tip. Today, I'm going to show you how not to break your WordPress website. So the number one thing is going to be to make sure that your WordPress core version is up to date. The number two thing is going to be to make sure that your PHP version is up to date. The number three thing is going to be to make sure that your plugins on your WordPress website are compatible with said most up-to-date PHP and WordPress core versions. And then the fourth thing is going to be to make sure that your WordPress theme that you're running is also compatible with said PHP and WordPress core versions. Now, to break this down for you non-technically, if you're a content manager, you've probably logged into the back end of your WordPress dashboard and seen updates in some way, shape, or form. One way that your WordPress dashboard shows updates is in the dashboard updates column, and it'll actually show you that in some cases an updated version of WordPress is available. Right here you can see that you can update to WordPress 5.5.1 right now as of this recording. And then it'll also show you if your theme version has an available update and all of the plugins that have an available update. And so a good thing to handle all four of the steps that I mentioned a minute ago, first being the WordPress core version, is to look at your web host. So if your web host is WP Engine or GoDaddy or Bluehost or HostGator or some kind of managed WordPress host, they will be able to tell you what version of WordPress you are running, what version of WordPress is available, and if there is an automatic update scheduled. Now, I know as a fact, GoDaddy Managed WordPress handles automatic updates for you, and they update PHP automatically. WP Engine can do it automatically for you, or it can let you do it. The thing that I like about WP Engine is that it actually will let you test your site and the impact that the upgrade will have on your site before you actually upgrade it. So for example, back when I was using GoDaddy Managed WordPress, they wouldn't even warn me when they were going to update it. They would just update all of my sites, and then I would get an email overnight that all of my sites have been updated, and I would wake up the next day to a bunch of broken sites, mainly because there were some plugins that hadn't been updated yet. There were some themes that hadn't been updated yet, and had I known GoDaddy was going to do that, I would have gone ahead and prepared for that. So I would have to retroactively do it. Now with WP Engine and possibly some other hosts, they actually give you the ability to do it yourself and even test what that impact would be on your website before you actually make those updates. So the recommended way to upgrade your WordPress version is not to do it automatically. And it's not to do it through the back end of your WordPress website here, where it says update now. It's to go into your host login panel, and I'm showing you WP Engine, where you can actually, if you update through the host panel, basically what it does is it gives you the ability to test and make sure that there are no incompatibilities. If there are incompatibilities, it will block the upgrade for you, and it will tell you what the incompatibilities are for you. And it will also snap a backup before the upgrade and after the upgrade for you. So upgrading through the user portal is what is most recommended. What is not recommended, but what is an alternate, is to update through the back end of your WordPress website. Now, the second thing is the PHP version. So the PHP version, you definitely are going to need either a developer for this, or if you're running on WP Engine, you can actually preview the upgrade to a PHP version. What happens is you will see, as the admin of the site, the impact of the upgrade, and you will be able to verify that all of your plugins still work, that you're still able to update all the content on all your pages, and that the speed of your site is satisfactory to you before you actually upgrade. The users on your site will still see the previous PHP version, so if anything has broken, you can revert back easily through the WP Engine dashboard. So for example, here I've clicked Preview PHP 7.4, and in my WordPress admin dashboard, it says you're testing PHP 7.4 only. You can see the site running. To return your site's previous PHP version, close the browser or click here. Basically, you can go through and just make sure that everything is still working properly on all of your pages and that you can still update all of your content. So then after you preview it and you make sure everything's okay with all of your content updates, all of your plugins and everything, then what you would do is go back to your hosting admin panel, in this case WP Engine, click 7.3 next to PHP version, and it says you can upgrade or downgrade to currently supported and available PHP versions. And the supported versions right now are 7.4 and 7.3, so it's giving you the option to change to 7.4, and I go ahead and do that, and I let it load, and WP Engine will give me the results. And it says PHP version has been changed successfully. And look at that, we're good to go. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the plugin compatibility issue. So the plugin compatibility issue might be what you're most likely to run into. And so you can see here that even though this website is still running version 5.4.2 of WordPress, it's saying that the plugin compatibility with the plugins are still compatible according to the author of the plugin. And in order for the author to say this, the WordPress community, WordPress.org, has to test it and verify it. So for example, the voice designer by Data Driven Design has a new version that has been tested at compatibility with WordPress 5.5.1, and it has been verified. So you can see here that there's a bunch of plugins that need to be updated on this particular website that I'm showing you. Now, when I update the plugin, the voice designer by Data Driven Design, it's going to show me that now the version requires WordPress 5.1 or higher. Now, again, it's tested and compatible up to 5.5. It requires PHP version 7.2 or higher. And that's how most plugins stay safe, they stay secure, they stay speedy, and they keep compatibility with all other plugins. So if you are running the most updated version of PHP, the most updated version of WordPress Core, and the most updated version of your WordPress themes and plugins, chances are you won't have any compatibility issues. If you're running old versions of PHP Core and WordPress Core, but new versions of plugins, you're going to have compatibility issues. If you're running new versions of PHP Core and WordPress, but old plugins that haven't been updated in a while or tested with the most recent versions, then you're going to have compatibility issues. This has been your data-driven daily tip, how not to break your WordPress website. I'm Paul Hickey. Please feel free to email me at paul@datadriven.design. Thanks and have a great day.